Hi viewers, welcome you all to the 46th edition of the Mysore Sport YouTube channel. It's cricketing time. We are at the picturesque SDNR Wadayar Platinum Jubilee University grounds at Mysore, and we are here to do a chat show with S.J.Nikin Jose, and very matured cricketer who has made his debut to the Karnataka Ranji Trophy team this season and performed well. He scored around 547 runs in the Ranji Trophy season, with made his debut against Services and scored a century with 109 runs against Saurashtra in the second innings. He had a prelude to this. He had a good tournament, Vijay Hazare tournament, and he scored around 457 runs in the tournament with a century against Assam. And this helped him to get into the Ranji squad, and with 4 half centuries and a century, he was one of the mainstay in the Karnataka batting lineup after Mayank Agarwal and R. Samarth. And he is a very diminutive batsman, stylish and technically perfect. He can develop into one of the Karnataka's mainstay in the middle order, and in the days to come do everyone proud by playing for Karnataka in the Ranji Trophy for a long time. On behalf of the Mysore Sport YouTube channel, I welcome him for our chat show. Welcome Nikin for our chat show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, tell me about your initial days of cricket. Where did you start and how you began your cricket, at what age?
I started playing cricket at the age of 4. My father had a lot of interest in that sport. So, and I never really had any idea about cricket, but he was the one who introduced me to it. So yeah, to answer your question, I started at the age of 4, and here I am.
How did it go on from there? When you start initially with the basics, you need the correct basics to learn, and who taught you those?
Initially it was my father, all credit goes to my father. But afterwards, after a couple of years, I went to a coach. His name was Gadadhar. He played a really important role in shaping me and to bringing me to this level. Day in and day out of hard work, that's one of the key factors that I'm here.
Yeah, from there, your first step towards club cricket, and then towards the zone in the inter-district and under 14 matches. That's your first step. How did that progress to?
Just as every cricketer, what every cricketer goes through, I had my ups and downs. I had my share of runs. I had my share of disappointments in the tournament. But you need to experience both for you to do well in the higher level, and to withstand in the higher level. Since I've made my debut this year, that experience has taught me a lot. It's taught me how important it is to convert once you get your starts, and how important it is to win games for your team.
So looking back, you have represented Mysore zone and Karnataka in the under 14, 16, 19, 22 and 25, and now in the Ranji Trophy, and the before that the Vijay Hazare Trophy. So it's all a wonderful experience of being associated with Karnataka state cricket and representing Karnataka. It brings a lot of pride, and it gives you a lot of ambition to go forward representing the country. In those aspects, how do you think this season was for you?
This season was really fruitful, on a personal basis, and as well as for the team. We did exceedingly well. We went to the knockouts in both the tournaments, and especially to share the dressing room with some batting greats of Karnataka as well as for India, Mayank, Manish. It's a really I couldn't believe that moment. That I was sharing the dressing room with them, and even got to bat with them in many games, and I had some really great partnerships as well. So overall, this season has been really fruitful, and as well as a lot of experience.
Was it a good learning experience batting with Mayank and the experienced Samarth, and also with Manish? There were some times when Karnataka were in trouble, losing the early wickets, and then you put on some vital runs in the middle order. So, how was it? How this has helped you in your overall development?
Nothing much. I had a simple mindset to keep things simple and play according to the merit of the ball. The more you think, the more you'll end up, screwing things up at the vital moment. When I went and spoke with Manish, Mayank or Sam, whoever it is, they just told me the exact same thing. They told me to keep things simple and not to take too much pressure. Just to go there and express yourself so that you can get the job done for the team.
Looking back, you're technically you're correct. At the same time, getting runs and pushing along the scoreboard is also vital. So at the same time, you looking back at those innings and getting your first century against Saurashtra in the second innings, 109. How happy were you when you got your first 100 in first class cricket?
I've never really celebrated when I get 100. It's just showing the bat to the dressing room, but the first time I really felt that, and all the emotions came rushing back, and all those days of hard work, all those days of practice, finally paid off when I got that 100. But more so ever, my mind was totally on getting the team out of trouble, since that situation where I got 100 was kind of crucial at that point, because we were totally out of the game. We were battered out of the game from Saurashtra. So to get something back on the final day, to put them to bat again, that was the only thing running in my mind. But could have celebrated even more better, but my mind was totally there. So to answer your question, yeah, it was really, really, really amazing. One of the best feelings ever.
Coming back to the 4 half centuries you made, and you could have converted those also into hundreds. With this learning experience of yours in playing this season, emerging as the 3rd highest run getter in Ranji Trophy for Karnataka, this mindset would have helped you to go ahead and do much better in the days to come. What do you think? How do you feel you can go forward?
The one main thing that I learned in Ranji Trophy is that nothing comes easy. You will have to grind it out, and how important it is to bat big, and how important as a team it is to bat big and bat only once, so that you bat them out of the game and never let the opponent into the game again. That is one big learning as a batsman, but as a cricketer that who played for Karnataka, the kind of trend that we've set and the kind of passion that we have towards the game, I don't think any other state is close to the state that the kind of trend and kind of passion, kind of fire we show on the field.
Tell us about your family, how they have helped you, and how important it is for the support of your family to come to reach this level.
My family has been my backbone to where I've got now, and the constant support from them and a lot of sacrifices that they've done for me. And the first 100 that I got, that was the first thought that came to me. My first thought that came to me was my dad. Since childhood, the number of...
What's his name?
His name is John Peter.
Okay.
And the number of balls he's bowled, the amount of effort he's put in, all that came in, and I was almost on the verge of crying when I got my 100, but that wasn't the time. So yeah, when he got to know that I got my 100, and he was really happy, and he told, this is just the start, you need to build on from here. And that's how important it is.
Your mother?
My mother as well. She told, you could have got it a bit earlier, but you got it at the crucial time. That's what mattered.
Her name?
Her name is our baby Lata.
Yeah.
Yes.
And support from the others of the family, of course, must be heartwarming to you to go to progress.
My sister Nikita was there. I think, she has done a lot. She has done a lot for me to, at times when Dad was not here, she has, made me play. She has made me bat. She has thrown quite a number of balls at me, so that I get to play on that particular day, especially during school. When I miss out on practice due to the weather or any other reason, she's made sure that I batted that day and made sure that I had that, thing going.
How is the local association helping you, and your club cricket and your cricket in Bangalore with the clubs helping your progress further?
I cannot thank enough for the Mysore zone and the KCA itself, because this is where everything started. This is where I first got to play on turf, this ground, and especially all the officials in Mysore, every given time, all the coaches, have had my back. They have supported me, and the selectors as well. They have played a major role in shaping me up, guiding me how to go about things and how to handle pressure. Especially the first time when you face actual pressure is when you play for your district, when you play for your Mysore and you are exposed to the other districts around. That is where when you come across what pressure is like, how to. It is from here that starts that you're on your own. That's the first step, and everyone played a really important role in for me to cross the step and go higher from there. So that has been the base. So since I've played for Mysore like for almost more than 10-12 seasons now, so I guess that experience really helped me to go forward.
Your first initial state debut in the under 14, how was your feeling that time, and who recognized you, your talent?
A small correction, I played my under 16 first and then played my under 14 state. When I played my under 16 state first, it was I guess the selector was Ramesh Hejmadi, and I think I know only Ramesh Hejmadi sir at that point. I don't really remember, but he was the one who recognized me, and he spoke a lot about that he called and told, you're batting well, it's about keeping your head down and going forward from here. This is the start, this is where you have to build your foundation, this is how you go to the next level and play Ranji Trophy or India in the future.
You had your chances in the NCA, you attended the NCA camp, and you scored a very big century there in the South Zone level camp, and unfortunately you got injured during the selection trials. What happened? It could have been a step forward to the higher level at that age itself. Maybe under 19, I think.
Yeah. During that tournament, it's an under 19 interzonal tournament that happens after you represent your state. So at that point, I was 16 years old and I was leading the under 19 South Zone team. So that itself was really it was a really proud feeling. But when I got so many runs and I got a double and 100, so during the course of the game I got my finger fractured when I was fielding. So that whole night was miserable. I could not believe that this happened, and I straight away knew that I had to be sent back home. So the first thought that hit me was I had to go back and start from zero again. So I was so close for playing under 19 India, and it was a really disastrous day. So I had to start from scratch and come all the way through. One of the reasons why I'm late for playing Ranji Trophy.
Yeah. Once again, coming back to this year in Ranji Trophy, which do you think is your best knock?
I guess my first innings I played for Ranji Trophy, where I got services. Yeah, we were 12 for 2, I guess, at that point, and I got 67. I got 67 in that game. So yeah, as that happened in the first innings itself, that is really close to my heart, to get a 50 in front of a crowd, and especially for Karnataka with Manish Pandey at the non-striker. You couldn't ask for anything more. I know you must be wondering why I didn't tell the 100, but that point, that was a really crucial innings, and it was really close to my heart, because throughout the innings we were under pressure. We kept losing wickets every 30-40 runs, so we couldn't really get going. And me being that, till that point of view, I got around, I was the 7th wicket to go, I guess. So yeah, till that point, I was there. I was taking the initiative, and doing that on your debut game, at that point of view, I didn't really know what was going on. I was just going through the course of the game. Then afterwards I realized, okay, this is what you have done. Since after everyone started telling, okay, how crucial that inning was, that is when I realized, oh yeah, that I have done something for the team. And doing that on the first innings, that's really special.
Yeah, great. Surzone is blessed with a wonderful talent, and hope in the days to come we'll see many more years of Ranji Trophy cricket, and you go on to play for country and in different tournaments. We wish you much success in the days to come. Thanks a lot for having come to us and talked.
Thank you so much.